Alright lads, what's going on? It's TheBrutalBrit here. So today I'm bringing you the first somewhat episode of this series. It's not really going to be a long series, it's going to be a few updates here and there on the save. This is the 50 million Premier League challenge with the FM base. It's a challenge which you get 50 million and 1 million wage to create a side to stay up in the Prem, and then obviously do all your objectives. The thing is, you start with 0 players. That's why you get 50 million. You guys start with 0 players and 4 regen staff, which are terrible, so you usually just get rid of them. So you have no players or staff to start the game, and then you have to go out and get players to come. Obviously, yeah. Ugh, sorry about that. You have to go sign players. You have to go get staff in, and then you have to try and stay up. That's probably the goal for the first year. Obviously, you can do better, you can do worse. I think my goal is definitely stay up. This is my first attempt, so I might do a few other attempts and just upload them. That's probably going to be what I'm going to do, because I've literally downloaded the database to do the save, and went straight into it and did all this. I've not done any research or tactics or anything like that. Literally just gone straight into the challenge, which I don't know, I kind of wanted to do. So the other thing that I'm going to do, so now I'm going to talk about basically why, what kind of team I'm building. Obviously you can see by the potential and the actual knowability, it's a pretty young side with a lot of room to develop. That's my kind of goal. I was like, I'm not going to go sign all these old players who then won't contribute next year and they'll be on high wages. I obviously want my team to continuously get better and improve, but I've also gone out and signed some experienced faces to help the side out. And also a lot of the young players I signed, I've made sure they could play. I was like, I need 25 people who can play this year. Well, I need at least, I want to say 15 people who can play. Now my assistant rates a lot of these players poorly, but that's on I think 2.5 stars is still a decent Premier League player. I think that's what it is anyway. A few of them are probably just good championship players. Yeah, they're good playing on most championship sides. So obviously quite a lot of these players aren't obviously Premier League standard, but quite a fair few of them are. Timo, so I'm going to show you how much I've spent so far by going to transfers and then transfer history. Obviously Gabriel Barbosa is on his way. He joins on the 30th of the 8th. Which is going to help the side out tremendously because he's one of the best young players on the game. When you sign him, develops into a great player. And he was one of the first people I made sure I went after. That was one of the key things I made sure I did. So as you can see, I've only spent 41 million out of the 50 million. I have 5 million left. There's a lot of agent fees and stuff like that you've got to pay. I've also changed a bit of the wage to transfer just so I make sure I can get as close to 50 million as possible, which would be nice to spend on the side. So I went out and signed Kasper Kusk. Sorry about this. I'm pretty sure my neighbours started mowing the lawn, so I'm gonna close my window. Yeah, the people I went straight after were Kasper Kusk and Timo Horn. Relatively low release clauses, very solid players who can definitely play in the Prem this year and will continue to get better. Then when I got Kirk Broadfoot for 1 million, pretty cheap, pretty good centre back. Matt Mills I went and got on loan again. He's an alright centre back. He's not too good. Can probably play in the Prem still. He's kind of backup. I basically have one definite in Jean-Alain Boumsong is my key centre back, my best centre back by a mile. He's gonna mentor probably Harry Maguire, but I have probably 3 centre backs who are all good, solid championship centre backs, and then a solid Prem centre back. My defence is really weak. That's something I'd probably going to change for my attempt 2, which I'm going to be doing soon. But yeah, something I'm going to be up to. I also then got Jack Collison for 3 million from West Ham, proven Premier League centre mid, can still play, but still got upside to his game. Very solid player. 3 million for a proven centre mid. I was happy with. Ivan Klasnic, I can't say foreign names. Again, proven proven goal scorer, great player overall. Got him on a free. You can mentor probably Barbosa when he gets there. Kevin Trippier, again, another. He's rated really well in this game with about a 4-star. My assistant rates him, which is a good Premier League player and has potential to be one of the best players in his position in the Premier League. Domenico Bronzi is a 19-year-old who can play both fullback roles. Kind of just cover. He's not the greatest player. He's not going to develop into probably the greatest player either. He's kind of just covering. He's young and he was cheap. Harry Maguire, I then went and got for 3.8 million from Sheffield United. I've played with him in the past on my actual Sheffield United save. Very good player. Develops very nicely as well. Can definitely become a Premier League player with right mentoring. And he's pretty good overall to start the game. I then went and got Joe Matic on 1.4 million. If there's something I wanted to do in the future, I'd probably get a better left back. Joe Matic as my starting left back in the Premier League is definitely not good enough. That's something I'm going to be addressing in January. I then went and got Matty. Oh god, I clicked off that. God, I'm not good. Hotkeys have not been going well recently. I then went and got Matty James from Leicester for 4.4 million because he's really talented, and I didn't expect to see these kind of stats like 14, 14, and then like 13. It's like his stats are pretty good. They're not terrible. You can definitely play in the Prem. My assistant, who's got like 18, these things, reckons he's a decent player for most Premier League sides and can significantly improve in the future. Great mentals for someone at 22 as well, and pretty decent physicals, so he was someone I definitely looked to get. I then got Jesse Lingard on loan. I then got Ross Wallace as kind of cover for both my attacking left mid and my left back roles. He can play both to a pretty good, decent level. I then went and got Gary McKay-Steven. Yeah, Gary McKay-Steven for 2 million from Dundee United. Again, pretty nice player. Got some great mentals and technicals. Seems to develop really well from what I've been told. Again, decent player for most Prem sides and could definitely improve in the future. I then got Coco on a free. He's again another player who's pretty young and just cover. I got Chris Basham on for 500k. I've had him in the past. He's a very solid defensive mid. Can definitely play in the Premier League. He's just unhappy there, so I went and got him quite quick. Daniel. I don't even know how to say that. I'm gonna say Daniel. Daniel Kachia. Again, he's not the greatest of players. Pretty cheap though, and he's a goal scorer. That's all I was looking for. Another backup kind of goal scorer. I then went and got Jem Carrigan for 3.8 million, who in my opinion was a pretty big steal. Great mentals, with still room to develop in his game at only 24. Great physicals as well, with 20 stamina, 18 natural fitness. And then his technicals are pretty solid again, like 14 here, 14 there, 15. Like, he can definitely develop into a really good Premier League player. I then got Jamal Blackman from Chelsea for 250k, again young and backup. I then went and spent probably my actual largest fee on Anthony Knockaert from Leicester. Again, like really solid mentals for what I'd need him to play the role. His creativity 15, composure 15, determination and flair both above 15. I click leadership then. Again, his physicals are pretty good. Get him stronger, he'd be a great player. He's a very solid player overall. Can play multiple positions. He's not the best at some of them, but he can definitely fill some roles for me when needed. He's also very gifted technically, as you can see, like 17 technique, 14 passing, 14 long shots, 15 first touch, 14 finishing, 15 dribbling. Very good player. I was willing to pay that much money for him. I then got Piotr. I then got this guy. I'm gonna say this guy on again a loan with a future fee of like 1 million. I just like him. He can fill what I need him to do in the midfield, in the like attacking mid role. Just wanted to see if he's going to develop this year. If he develops, I'll probably keep him on. And then I went and got 19-year-old Sefas Malel. He's obviously not that good now. 19 years old, got great potential. develop these mentors, getting probably under tutoring from Class Niche, and there we go. This is the side I've got so far. Obviously Barbosa's coming in. I don't think I'm going to be making any more transfers. I've only played 2 games in the Prem, lost both. They were against really tough opponents in Man United and Liverpool. The United game, the 4-0 sums up, we got absolutely destroyed. They were all pretty scrappy goals. They weren't like they weren't goals we were getting torn apart from, like our formation was getting destroyed. They were all kind of like just so much pressure, relentless kind of thing. And Timo Holland didn't have the greatest of games. The Liverpool game, at half-time we were 0-0. They scored 1 goal and about the 55th minute, and then they scored 2 late goals. We played a lot better in this game. The 3-0 doesn't really represent that. So we then have Liverpool and Tottenham, games I'm probably going to lose as well. And then we have some decent games where I think we've got some games we can definitely win there. I'd like to think we can stay up this year with this side. I don't think it's a terrible Premier League side. The way I always look is I'd say there's definitely 3 teams worse than us in the Prem this year. So yeah, that's how that goes. Next update will probably be in January. I'm going to play till then. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Also, there's also a Balls to Cancer marathon going on this year. It's a charity stream run by a lot of FM streamers. Obviously not all of them. It's mainly FM streamers, but they're playing multiple games. They're playing like FIFA, GTA. I saw some League of Legends last night, and obviously they're running the FM Cup. So I'd go check them out. I'm going to put the link in the description to this video. This video should be going up probably on the Monday. So the stream is running till Friday. It's a 24/7 stream, so they're doing it 24 hours every single day. But yeah, thanks for watching, lads. Remember to follow me on Twitter and on Twitch, and obviously subscribe to me on YouTube, like and comment, do all the good stuff. See you later, guys. Peace.